I'm not sure if you can see me in the picture, but you don't want to see my ugly mug anyway. But today I'm making gardener's soap, and all gardener's soap is ordinary soap mixed with some kind of an abrasive. And what I've got is saved poppy seeds. These are some of my own saved poppy seeds and some from a neighbouring allotment plot that they gave me. I didn't steal them. Some you can hardly get any out of, and others, like this one, you get quite a lot out of. There's already enough here for what I want, but I might as well carry on with them. Also, it's being made with lard. I've got 1 kilogram of lard, which I'm about to unpack, put in this heat-proof bowl, and this will go in the microwave in 30-second bursts until it's melted. I've also got chilling in the freezer, which you're stood on at the moment. Total of 305 grams of soft water, should be distilled, but we have soft water here, so that's fine, and some oat milk. It's about half and half of, so it's total 305 grams of liquid, and in that I've got 140 grams of sodium hydroxide. And what we'll do is, once that lard is melted, I'm going to put the either chilled or frozen water and oat milk in this Pyrex jug. Again, it's got to be heat proof, and then I'll slowly add the sodium hydroxide, and that creates heat. And the reason it's chilled is because if you heat it too much, it'll harm the oat milk. It'll make it go a funny colour and it'll give it a bad smell. So that's the reason for that. Plus, you don't want to get it too hot anyway. Once they're all dissolved and the lard is mixed, I'll just check the temperatures, see if they're, reasonably close, and then I'll pour the liquid lye into the lard. And then once I've done that, I will use a stick blender and start blending it, and it'll blend for a few minutes, and then it'll go into like a pasty. And once it's reached that paste stage, it's called trace, I'll then add the poppy seeds and just give it another blitz, and then once that's done, I'll pour it into the moulds. This will be slightly, this is the mould, be slightly too small, so I'll have some extra space on standby just to fill that in. Also, you must always use stainless steel, wood, or something like a plastic if you're going to scrape stuff out. Right, so I'll crack on, get this done. Okay, now that took about 5 minutes in the microwave, but I did it in 30-second bursts. I've got the water and the oat milk measured, weighed, and there's ice in it, which is really good. So I'll just pour that in here, make sure I get all of it. Pour the oat milk in here, making sure I get all of it, because it's got ice crystals in it. So that's perfect temperature now for adding the put that out of the way, for adding the lye, which is the next step. Now you have to always put the sodium hydroxide in, pour it slowly into the liquid mixture. Never pour the liquid into the sodium hydroxide, because it can cause an explosion and it's very caustic. And the other thing to remember is ventilation. This will be fumes, I might have to walk away a bit, but I'm in my garage and the garage door is wide open. So let's make a start. This will soon melt the ice as the chemical reaction takes place. I'll put my head over it. Yep, there's no ice crystals in there now. Let me just double check I've got everything. Yep, that's done. Get rid of those. Give it a good old stir. It's definitely warmed it up. Feels warm to the touch. And it's gone a very strange colour, so I'm hoping that's not burnt the oat milk too much. I don't have any sense of smell, so I can't tell really, but that's pretty much there. So the next step is to pour the liquid. This is a lye solution now. Pour this liquid into the let's move this out here so you can see, into the lard. So let's get that going. Let that drain down. That's another one I can get rid of. Okay, and here's the fun bit. It's using, now this is at the extent of my extension lead here. So this is I'll try and talk when I'm not blitzing, but the idea is to give this a really good mix. Just double check you've got it. Now you keep doing this until it gets to like a porridgey consistency. It's nowhere near yet. It's when the drips leave little lumps on the surface, that's when you know it's ready to be poured into the mould. Still not ready. I'll fast forward you to the bit where it gets to trace. Look at this, can you see a circle? That's very nearly a trace. Yeah. When I pull this out, it leaves a mark. So it's at this level where it's very close to being a trace. Now that's red hot. So what I'm going to do now is add the poppy seeds. How much is there? I don't know, about 3 tablespoons full, something like that. So all I'm doing now is making sure that the poppy seeds are really well mixed through, and they are, but let's give it a little bit longer. I think that is about ready to be poured, so because if you leave it too long you won't be able to pour it. Simple. Right, let me just get much of that off as I can, and I'm going to just pour this into the mould, and what's left can go in these. So I'm hoping you can see this. Let me do it from this side so you can see properly. That mould's pretty full now, so yeah, I can do it in one. So this can go straight in the dishwasher. And all your dishes will be as clean as they've ever been. Let's just make sure you can see that. Yeah, I think so. Let's bring it over the top. Yeah. So I'll put this on a shelf, I'll cover it over and then put something over it to keep it warm, because it'll need to cure for at least 24 hours to 48 hours before it's cut into bars, and then it has to be stored away for 4 to 6 weeks so that the caustic part of it, it's saponifying at the moment, the caustic part of it is completely gone, because if you used it straight away it'd almost burn your hands, and this, especially if you had any sensitive skin, which luckily I don't. Anyway, that's how you make gardener's soap. So this is now 24 hours later. Excuse my candle proving at the back. And this is the soap after it's been left for 24 hours. Just put this on here. Let's put you down here. What I'm going to attempt to do is cut it into bars. And we just need... Yeah, so the first thing I got to do, of course, is to take it out of the moulds. Just making sure you can see everything. Right, this one should be easy. Yeah, that was an easy one. And so, fairly chunky bars of soap. Still reasonably soft. That's a lovely... Okay, so we've got 3 exfoliating bars there. Let's try and get this out. These can be a bit tricky, but I'm sure I'll manage it. There we go. So I'll turn this up, just double check you can see. Yes, you can. And let's cut some bars. I want fairly thick bars because go. Now I'm going to leave it on this board because it has to cure, if you like, and every couple of days turn the bars over. They're not perfectly cut, but it doesn't matter. This is just for washing really dirty hands, so very happy with it. And there we go, that's it. Gardener's soap made with poppy seeds. Thank you for watching.